Hi all, in this video lecture we'll be discussing about some inbuilt string handling functions. In programming language C, we have some predefined string handling functions. To use those string handling functions, we have to include a header file and its name is string.h. Only if we include the header file string.h in a program, we can use the string handling functions in C. Now let us see some string handling functions. So the first one is the function to find the length of a string. The name of the inbuilt function is strlen. The next one is to copy one string to another. The function name is strcpy. The next one is to concatenate two strings. The inbuilt function name is strcat. Next we have an inbuilt function for comparing two strings, and that is strcmp. Another function is to duplicate a string, and the function name is strdup. Next one is to convert a string to lowercase, and this is the function name strlwr. Next is a function to convert a string to uppercase letters, and the function name is strupr. Next we have an inbuilt function for reversing a string, and the name of that function is strrev. And we have some more string handling functions in the string.h header file. In this video lecture, we'll be discussing the first four string handling functions, that is strlen, strcpy, strcat and strcmp. Let us discuss about a string handling function strlen. As the name indicates, strlen function is used to find out the length of the string. So the function returns the length of the string excluding the end character. We know that in all the strings, after the last character, there is a terminating character called as \0. So strlen function, it counts all the characters before the \0. So let us look at an example. So here we have a string C language. So what will be the output if you are calculating the length of the string using the strlen function? So here let us start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when we give this particular string as input to strlen function, we will get output as 10. Let us see an example program explaining the strlen function. So here, to use the strlen function, we have to include the header file string.h. And this is the string declared. Name of the string is str and its size is 20. It is initialized to the value C language. The strlen function always returns an integer value. So this is how we'll call the strlen function, strlen of the name of the string. So here we have given str as the argument for the function. And this strlen function, it returns an integer value. Therefore, we are assigning the result to a variable length, which is declared as an integer. And afterwards, this is a printing statement to show the output. So after executing this program, we will get the length of the string as 10. That is the total number of characters in this particular string. Now let us look at the difference between strlen and sizeof operator. strlen function, it is an inbuilt function in string.h to find out the length of a string. That is, if the string is declared with size 20 and we are assigning only a 5-character string to that array, the value returned by strlen function will be only 5. When we are looking at sizeof operator in C language, sizeof operator returns the total allocated size assigned to the array. That is, if you're declaring an array, a character array or a string with size 20, the sizeof operator will return the total size, that is 20. So that is the difference between strlen function and sizeof function. We will explain the difference with the help of an example. This is a sample program to illustrate the difference between strlen and sizeof operator. Here we have included the string.h header file. A string has been declared, its name is str, its size is 20. It is initialized with the value C language. Now we have len1 variable, that is an integer variable, and it is assigned with the function strlen of str. And we have another variable len2, it is assigned with the value sizeof of str. So these are the two variables len1 and len2. And we have a printf statement for showing the output. So let us see the output. Here len1 is equal to 10 and len2 is equal to 20. So when we are looking at this example, the variable str, when it is declared, its total size is 20. So that 20 is the output of the sizeof operator. That is the total space allocated in the memory for that variable. That will be the output of sizeof operator. Now here len1 is equal to 10. That is len1 is equal to strlen of str. strlen function returns the number of characters in the string. So here C language is the string, the number of characters here is 10. Therefore, the value of len1 will be 10. So that is the difference between the two functions strlen and the operator sizeof. Now let us see the next inbuilt string handling function strcpy. So strcpy is an inbuilt string handling function used for copying one string to another. So for this particular inbuilt function, we have to give two strings as arguments. The second string will be copied to the first string, and while copying, it will include the last terminating character \0 also. Let us see an example. So in this program, we have declared two strings s1 and s2. s1 is initialized with the value hello. s2 is initialized with the value good morning. This is the function called strcpy of s1, s2. So what will be the output? strcpy function will copy the second string to the first one. So when we are printing the string s1, we will get the output like this. String s1 is good morning. So strcpy copies the second string to the first string. Now let us see another inbuilt function strcat. strcat function is used for concatenating two strings. It concatenates two strings and returns the concatenated string. So this is an example. We have string 1 hello, string 2 world. So what is the meaning of concatenation? Concatenation means combining two strings. The output of strcat will be like this. In string 1, we will be having the combined output, that is hello world. String 1 and string 2 will be concatenated, and that is the output. The output will be in the first string, that is string 1. Let us see an example program. In this program, we have declared two strings S1 and S2. S1 is initialized with hello, S2 is initialized with world. Now we shall see how the strcat function is used. So this is a function called strcat, and inside the bracket we have given the names of two strings S1 and S2. And this is the print statement for showing the output. So let us see the output. Output string after concatenation is hello world. So here S1 and S2 will be concatenated and the output will be in the S1 string. That is, the first string will be having the output after the strcat function. Let's see the next inbuilt function, strcmp. strcmp function compares two strings and it returns an integer value. And these are the possible values returned by the strcmp function. If we are giving two strings which are equal as arguments of this strcmp function, the output will be a 0. If the ASCII value of the first unmatched character is less than the second, a negative value will be returned. If the ASCII value of the first unmatched character in the first string is greater than the second, a positive value will be returned. Let's see strcmp function in detail. The strcmp function compares two strings character by character. strcmp function will return a value 0 if the two strings are equal, and it can return a positive value or a negative value if the strings are not equal. How this calculation is done? Let us see with an example. Here we have two strings, string 1 and string 2. String 1 is computer and string 2 is compiler. If we are calling the strcmp function with string 1 and string 2, how the comparison will be done? So strcmp function will start its comparison from the 0th position. In string 1, in the 0th position we have C. In string 2 also, in the 0th position, the character is C. So when these two characters are compared, they are equal. So the comparison will be done from the next position. In the next position, in both the strings, the characters are same. Now the comparison will be done in the second position. In both the strings, in second position, the character is capital M. They are equal. Therefore, the comparison will be done with the third character of both the strings. In third position, the string 1 is having P and string 2 is also having P. Both are equal. Now the comparison will be done in the fourth position of both the strings. In the fourth position of string 1, we have capital letter U, and in string 2, we have capital letter I. Now there is a mismatch. String function strcmp will detect a mismatch here. Now it will be calculating the difference between the ASCII value of this character and this character. So ASCII value of capital U is 85. ASCII value of capital I is 73. So strcmp function will calculate the difference between these ASCII values. 85 minus 73, that is 12. So after this function call, the answer will be 12. That is the difference between the ASCII values of first unmatched character of the first string and the corresponding character ASCII value of the second string. So this is how strcmp function will return the integer values when a mismatch is found between the two strings. Let's see an example of strcmp function. So in this example program, three strings are declared: S1, S2 and S3. S1 is initialized with computer, S2 is initialized with compiler, and S3 is initialized with computer. Now these are the function calls strcmp of S1, S3. It is assigned to an integer variable result1 because strcmp function will return an integer value. Then strcmp of S1, S2, it is assigned to an integer variable result2. strcmp of S2, S1, it is assigned to an integer variable result3. Now this is the print statement for printing the variables result1, result2 and result3. So let us see the working of this program. So here strcmp of S1, S3. So we know that S1 is computer and S3 is also computer. So both these strings are equal. strcmp function will return 0. So result1 will be 0. So when we see the output, we have result1 is equal to 0. Next is strcmp of S1, S2. S1 is computer and S2 is compiler. When this function is called, the comparison will start from the 0th position and the comparison will be done in a character by character fashion. So here these are the two strings S1 and S2. So the comparison starts from here. So here in the 0th position in both strings we have the same character. Now the comparison will be done with the next characters. They are also same. The next two characters are also same. The next two characters are also same. When the comparison reaches this position, we can see that both characters are different. In string 1, the character is U. In string 2, the character is I. strcmp function will subtract the ASCII value of I from the ASCII value of U. The ASCII value of small letter U is 117. ASCII value of small I is 105. Now strcmp function will subtract 105 from 117 and the result is 12. So we can see that result 2 is 12. Now let us see the next function called strcmp of S2, S1. That is S2 is compiler and S1 is computer. So here the comparison again starts from the 0th position. C and C both are equal. O and O both are equal. M and M both are equal. P both are equal. When the comparison reaches here, there is a mismatch. So what happens is the ASCII value of U will be subtracted from ASCII value of I, because here when the function strcmp is called, the first argument is string 2 and second argument is string 1. So here the ASCII value of I minus ASCII value of U, that is 105 minus 117, and the result will be minus 12. So here result 3 is equal to minus 12. That is how the strcmp function will compare two strings and returns integer values. This is the working of strcmp function. So we should remember the ASCII values of capital A and small a. The ASCII value of capital A is 65. ASCII value of small a is 97. So from that we can calculate the ASCII values of other alphabets. So in the topic strings in C, we have seen introduction to strings. We have discussed some example programs. and we have seen some inbuilt functions. Thank you for watching.